bandwidth is what I use at the gym. I believe.
That checks out heavily.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Welcome, everybody, here to another episode of the Wish You Were a Beer Show. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're unfamiliar with us, this is a beer show that we do live Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, whenever the hell we feel like it. Any given Thursday is what I like to call it.
2 in a row.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Yeah, it's a big month for us. Thanksgiving. But we appreciate everybody stopping by like we do every week. Everybody's always so good to us. And every now and again, we're lucky enough to have folks on the show. Sometimes it's just me and Phil talking about dumb shit. Tonight's one of the nights we're lucky enough to have a friend of the show on the show, which is always fun. So I'm excited for that. Before we get into all that, though, I'll cover the quick spread of do all the dumb shit that everyone hates to say. If you would like to follow us on all of our social medias, we would greatly appreciate it. If you would subscribe to our YouTube. I know, it sucks. I hate it. But if you would subscribe to the YouTube channel, that would be great as well. But you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as well, obviously. Follow along with us there. That's probably the easiest way to support the show if you do enjoy it. Or you can just go to our website, wishyouwereabeershow.com. You can buy us a beer. You can buy a T-shirt. That also provides a lot of beer.
Yeah.
One T-shirt is like 72 beers with what we charge on the website for it. So please do that. At least 72 beers. And I do just want to point out, again, if you're unfamiliar with the show, we are going to be playing some trivia here shortly with our guest. So make sure you go to Kahoot.it, or if you have the game app, a lot of people use it for trivia and breweries now as well. You can put in our game pin code, go ahead and make a team name, and 10 or 15 minutes from now, we're going to be playing some trivia. And we love when people play along because it makes it way more fun. Other than that, Phil, how are you? Tiffany's not with us tonight. She got wrapped up in some work stuff, so it's a bro show. A true bro show, even guest-wise.
I know. Fully bro show. We haven't had one in a little while.
Nothing the beer industry loves more than white bearded people talking about craft beer. I know, I hate to be that guy, but
just, we're a rarity. You can't find this
quite the unicorn. Phil, you doing okay? I feel like I saw you last week, but I haven't seen you in a week.
Yeah, doing well. So I'm down in Miami, for those of you who don't know, because I'm always somewhere different on this show. I know. Okay. I know. You thought we were neighbors and we just haven't seen each other in a while.
That would check out.
There's a Miami beer festival happening this weekend that I might.
Oh, nice. Are you going to go?
Thinking about it, but so I moved down here like not too long ago. So I have 0 friends.
Yeah. And
there's something bizarre about paying to go to this festival to try all these beers and just roam around by myself.
That's the best place to make friends.
I know. That is true.
You have the same thing in common as everyone who's there because you want to try beer.
That's true.
It's so easy.
And then after a few beers, we're all friends.
Yeah. And if you wear a Speedo, it's Miami.
I mean, of course. What else would I wear?
Friends on friends. Beer people aren't friendly. Okay, Kevin.
They're the worst, especially Kevin.
No, you should definitely go. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I might hit that up. It's like a beer and food one too, so I can get real drunk and fat.
Well, you should always have some food at a beer festival consistently throughout the entire festival. Otherwise, you get shithouse quick.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. I may have a beer festival this weekend, and that I'm super excited about because our friends over at Tradition are doing the 2nd annual Pickle Fest.
Oh,
so multiple pickle beers, all pickle vendors. They did it last year, and they didn't expect it to be what it was. And it was a massive turnout. So this year should be even bigger and even better. And I'm super excited for that because the pickle beers last year were fantastic. And I'm sure that they're only going to make them better this year. So,
I mean, if you've watched this show enough, we love a pickle beer.
God, What a fucking crazy thing that is.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me just make sure that everyone knows. We're always wearing a Speedo. It's just the camera is waist up. Yeah. So
there is I have another camera down here though. It's over on my OF.
So my OF?
You gotta subscribe to it though.
That's OnlyFans for the kids if you're not familiar.
My OF is only just straight crotch shots at all times. I have a camera that I normally wear and it just dangles and it just has a live stream at all times.
That checks out.
You know,
I think I've stumbled across it. The channel, not the. Correct, Vero. It is another bro show. Bro show. Well, again, thanks everybody for stopping by. Like I said, we do have a guest on tonight, so I don't want to spend too much time catching up with Phil's Speedo because we have more important things to do. So tonight we're going to be talking about a beer that's local here in our area. It's the Beenut Butter Brown Ale. So it's from Nansemond Brewing Station, which is out of Suffolk. And we were lucky enough to get the brewer on with us. So Chris is going to be joining us here very shortly, which is his cue to not be picking his nose or doing weird shit on camera. But just remember, we are playing trivia. So if you're not familiar with the show, go to kahoot.it, put in the game pen. It is at the top of the chat. We will scroll it across the screen some as well, but it's at the very top of the chat. So if you scroll to the top of the chat, you can get the game pen code. Make sure you play some trivia with us and Chris. There's the game pen down on the bottom of the screen as well. Trivia is a lot of fun. And if you're familiar with Nansemond or you live in the area here locally, you're probably going to whoop everybody's asses. So it's well worth your time.
Before we bring Chris in, though, did we want to talk about some sort of award thing happening?
Oh, we can do that real quick. Yeah. We'll do that real quick.
At the end, because, viewers.
Let's do it at the beginning while we're just loaded with viewers. So Veer Magazine, which is a local magazine here in coastal Virginia, has their own award. It's called the Golden Tap Awards. So if you're familiar with the show, we've been lucky enough to brew a lot of beers with a lot of local folks and some not local folks. But within the past couple of years, we brewed a fooder aged beer with Coastal called Put It in Your Fooder. And we also brewed a second variation of a Saison called De La Ferme with Tradition as well. We are up for multiple of these awards, one of which being Best Beer Name, which is really the only one I hope we win, in all honesty. I care less. But we will we'll share the link multiple times over the next week, probably through our social medias, everywhere else. But you can go online. You can vote once from any given, I don't know how the internet works, but I assume they know where you're from and they know your location.
Put in a CD-ROM, I believe. And
yes. We'll mail you a floppy disk and you vote on it. No, but you can vote at least once. The internet is not that smart. You can vote as many times as you really want because I've already done it a few times myself. So if you're local to the area, go find all your favorite beers from all your local breweries. Vote for who you want. If you keep up with the show and you've seen us for a long time, we've done several of these beers. The Fooder Age beer was really great. The Saison with Tradition won this same gold award last year or 2 years ago. This is just the newest variation of it. So make sure you go vote for us. It's a fun event, and we like adding weird medals that we're not really a part of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are we still 50-50 now, or are we not anymore? Because we lost at Great American.
Yeah, we didn't win anything at the Great American Beer Festival. The Fooder Age beer was entered into that one.
So if we win this one, we're still going to be 50-50 award-winning beers.
True story. Yeah. And apparently, Chris is going to do some karaoke for us before this is out.
Good.
Yeah, good. No, I love this. Yes, brings the animal out in everyone. Well, I guess he's wearing a Speedo too. Gold. All right.
Shall we bring in Chris at this point?
Yeah, well, we got a small clip we have to play before we talk with Chris from Nansemond Brewing, because the clip is what matters.
Yeah.
The clip is gold. Yeah, let's do it. And holy shit, he's live.
We're number 3, and they're just
Bro show.
Bro show. That's what I'm saying, man. How you doing, Chris?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. We really appreciate you stopping by the show. Like I said, it's anytime we have a beer, we throw out the invitation to whatever beer we're going to be having and whatever brewery we're going to be having on the show. And it's always fun when we get a response back that's like, oh, damn, let me see if Chris wants to be on. If he doesn't, I'll be on. Or if I can't, somebody else will be on. Like, it was so responsive.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we try to get involved as much as possible. So happy to have be on here and have you guys drink some beer and hopefully give me some good feedback. I don't know.
Well, yeah, cat's out of the bag. I've put it online several times. I think everyone knows that I like this beer. Again, I'm more interested to see Phil's face.
So I'm really intrigued. You're intriguing me so much about this beer.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
So brown ale. So I'm excited.
I know it is in your vein, but not in your vein. So it's going to be interesting. So Chris, Nansemond Brewing Station. How long have you been there?
So we launched in 2019 and been doing that ever since. I'm still brewing at Momac Brewing Company. So I'm doing double duty.
Yep.
Keeping busy for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, you're kind of, it's funny because I've been to both of them. And so I love Suffolk. I love Portsmouth as well in different capacities between both of them. But they're kind of almost in the same neighborhood when you go to either one or the other. Like, because you kind of go through downtown Portsmouth and it's got some historical stuff. You go through downtown Suffolk, it's got some historical stuff.
Yeah. It depends on, I guess, where you're coming from. Momac's in the northern side of Portsmouth in the Churchland neighborhood. Yep. We're not quite near the downtown area, but it's about 25-minute drive from in between breweries. So Nansemond is located right in the heart of downtown, and it's really charming. If you haven't been there, you got to check it out.
It's one of my, so I'm born and raised in Newport News. So I've spent a fair amount of time through Suffolk and some, 757. That's right. You know it. I love that everyone knows my area code just because I threw it out like a gang sign my entire life. 757.
I think I had a hat with 757 on it.
You did. I did buy you a hat with 757 on it from a gas station in Portsmouth, actually.
That was pretty tough. Yeah.
Do you ever? So if you're working at both locations, 25 minutes apart, are you brewing at both locations on the same day? That sounds wild.
Well, I have an assistant brewer, so we have been operating both brew houses, so that definitely does happen. And sometimes we'll do half a job and then go to the other place and do the rest of the other half, and it works out. I don't know how sometimes, but we get it done.
Now, so what? I assume Momac's system is bigger than Nansemond's, right? Because Skeeter juice and stuff like that is everywhere, and I don't see as much Nansemond beer like in a grocery store or elsewhere.
Yeah, there is more tank space at Momac, but they're the same brew house sizes, so we can definitely churn out a little bit more at Momac, and at Nansemond we have a little less number of tanks, so yeah, we're not able to keep up as much as we'd like to.
Sure. But you're brewing on the same size system in both of them now. It's just less tank space.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I thought like when I was at Nansemond when we were there, I'm always creeping on the brew house.
Yeah.
I almost get kicked out of every brewery that I go to if they don't know who I am. Because I'm always creeping. Like sometimes I might just fuck around and walk back there until somebody tells me not to. But I was like looking through the windows when we were walking around and I was like, it's actually a pretty good sized system. Like I kind of expected it to be a little bit smaller from a brew house system, but you guys had a lot of taps.
Yeah, we got 12 beers on tap, and actually currently we have a 13th. It's our cask beer engine. And in fact, Beenut Butter is on cask right now. So
I literally saw that on your Instagram yesterday, and I've been up in Richmond for work, and I was like, you motherfuckers, like one of my favorite styles of beer serving with this beer in it. I was like, Damn it.
If you like peanut butter, it's a dream off the beer engine. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It's so smooth and velvety. It's just all those peanut butter flavors just are really flowing through it. So you got to come back and try it, man.
I know. Like,
probably gone before you get there, though.
How long is it going to be on cask? Yeah, that's my question. Yeah, like, those don't last long.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a week at best, I think.
Okay. Might be a little tight.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you started brewing over in Europe, right?
No, I studied brewing in Europe. I got my start at St. George Brewing in Hampton. And at the time, they were the only craft brewery in all of Hampton Roads. So I was real lucky to get hooked up with them. And then in 2011, I did go to England and studied brewing science.
What would you say is like kind of the difference when you compare brewing over there to brewing over here? Like,
good question. What I would describe, so my course is called British Brewing Technology. And I would describe it as actually being very low tech. We didn't work with huge filtration systems. We didn't, their methods are very closer to like what a home brewer would be doing. So it's all cask ale. It's I learned everything there is to know about cask conditioning and serving through a beer engine and all of those things, which was really cool because I had to learn how to use diatomaceous earth filters and cartridge filters and all the Americanized and German styles of brewing techniques. So it was really cool to kind of take a step back and just kind of let the beer be itself and not manipulate it. Let it be a live, living thing. And I tried to apply that when I worked at other breweries, and I'm trying to do that still with Nansemond and Momac.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting process to learn and then try to bring to the table in a modern brewery. Yeah. Like you said, once you start dealing with mass filtration and you start dealing with these high-end technological things, it's like, holy shit, like I don't even have to make a beer. Like this does it for me. Yeah. Versus letting the beer be what it is.
Yeah. There's very little automation over there. It's like, a lot of these breweries are on a, small budget and, their equipment is, showing their age for sure.
That's fair. Yeah.
Seen some gnarly stuff. I can tell you that. Not all of it's great, but for the most part, they do a great job. And
I love the idea of the equipment showing its age too, because I feel like every brewer I've dealt with in any capacity or any rank of the brew house system has to be a little comfortable breaking some machinery apart and putting it back together and figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because it happens every day in some capacity. Like, shit.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many times our keg washer this year decided it wanted to crap out on me. So
yeah,
it's all automated, and that's not my forte. So I've gotten to know some people that are a little more familiar with this. I've learned more than I ever thought I wanted to know about a keg washer. So
that's honestly, that is a common phrase that I hear. I know more about this than I ever wanted to know. It's like, I'm just here to brew beer, man.
Exactly, right?
I love it.
Go back to England and keep it simple.
Yeah, that's it, man. There's a reason people do it that way and have always done it that way.
Was that like kind of exciting to bring this beer onto cask because you got to use kind of your old skills of that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't use any very little temperature control, so I put it in a firkin at about 58, 60 degrees before I crashed it to like 32 degrees. I added priming sugar. I put it in a room we have where some of our supplies are. I let it basically do its thing for a couple weeks, develop some carbonation because it was obviously flat.
Yeah.
And then roll it out into the bar, put it in our firkinator or kegerator, whatever you want to call it. and it was
Furkinator, and I'm
Furkinator is my rap name.
Can we do put it in my Furkinator now? Like I feel like that's our next beer.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have a bunch of put it in my series.
Yeah. And I wish we could do more than what we're able to do. I mean, it's hard to fill a lot of casks because we have a demand for keg beer, so
correct.
We're very limited on how much we can produce. And
I was Tiffany and I were at the Great American Beer Festival in Denver, and we went out to Hogshead Brewing, which is like on the outskirts of downtown Denver. Mm-hmm. And every beer they had kegged, they had a cask version of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they had you could get a West Coast IPA that was on like a fucking cask system, and it just mellowed it out, took the bite off the front end of it, still tasted like the right beer. All the things were, and I was like, yeah, this is fucking fantastic. Like, how do you have this much space in this tiny little building that you have this kegged and this and this and this? They're like, oh, the building goes a ways. You just can't tell.
Yeah. What was that brewery called again?
It was Hogshead.
Hogshead, okay.
Yeah. So they're out kind of near Red Rocks, like on the outskirts of downtown Denver. Super good though, really cool space. Yeah. I do. Who are all these new names on here? Thank you, Gabriel. Here's a question from Andrew, which is a legitimate beer question. What's your least favorite piece of brewing equipment?
Oh, God. Honestly, I've really had a tough time with this keg washer, so I'm hating on it right now. I almost prefer the hands-on one where you just flip all the valves manually, because if it breaks, I can fix that real quick. But when you have a computer controlling everything, that's a whole nother animal. So
I think that's a common sentiment with
I haven't gotten ask me again in like 3 years when our canner starts crapping out,
because the canner's a different animal.
I'll have a different answer for you then.
Well, in 3 years, it won't crap out in 3 years. You got at least another 2.
I hope so.
It's always sooner than you expect.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So again, we are going to be playing trivia tonight as well. So I see a couple of folks have already showed up down there in the trivia bar. But if you are a part of the Chris fan club, then go to, and I only say that because it was mentioned. I'm not crazy. But go to kahoot.it, put in the game pin code, make your name something about your Chris fan club, or make it about Nansemond, make it about Beenut Butter Brown. Keep it in the vein, keep it relative without, being weird and
don't be weird.
Yeah, don't.
It can be slightly weird.
Don't be Gabriel and just add 69 to the end of whatever you put in there. I don't have time for that, Gabriel. No, but make sure you go make your team name. We are going to be playing trivia here shortly. So it's way more fun if we get a bunch of people that play along. So go make your team name. Come hang out with us. Come play trivia. Christy is really concerned about your brewery in Cyprus. And I feel like if I didn't touch on it, because this is the third comment on it. Okay. So you brewed in Cyprus, right?
Yeah. So we're in the Mediterranean Sea, right in the heart of Turkey and Israel and Egypt, kind of right surrounded by it. So getting ingredients there is one thing, we were in an old winery. This was a British family that wanted to set up a brewery on the island because a lot of British expats go there to retire or to vacation. Yep. So there was a big expat community there, and that's basically who we were serving. And we were doing all cask ale, so we didn't have, because they really are not set up for keg beer either. All their beer has to be pasteurized, because when they drop a beer off at a bar, it just sits behind the bar. There's no refrigeration. And then it goes through as you're dispensing it, it gets cooled with coolant, and it gets rapidly chilled as it's getting dispensed. So it was like a whole nother world. And so we had to figure out, okay, how are we going to get a cask ale behind these bars?
Yeah.
and have them keep it at least cellar temperature because it gets hot there.
Right.
And, yeah. So we had to buy our own refrigerators and install them behind the bar at as many restaurants as that were willing to accept it. And it was a logistical challenge, to say the least.
So you made bar jockey boxes, but little refrigerator versions. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we set them up with a beer engine, and it was challenging, but the brewery itself was really cool. It was in this old, in this mountainous area, kind of secluded near a small little village. And, it's just, when you get up to the top of the mountains, you can just see the entire Mediterranean Sea. It is just the most beautiful sight. That it was the best commute ever. That's all I can say.
Fair.
Yeah, it was incredible. And the water, getting in that water was unreal. But so the brewery just had a really cool, vibe to it. And we were able to do a little bit more with that space, I guess. It felt more like you were going to an actual brewery or a pub, because you could have all the different beers instead of just one or two, which is all our bars could really handle.
Sure.
So.
No, I dig that, man. And that's a weird location to be brewing at. Yeah. That's a new one on the show. So
yeah, I definitely would, I'd like to go back and visit. That would be great. Our daughter was born there, so
yeah, that's what I hear in the chat here.
So it would be great to take her back and explore the island once again.
Yeah, especially if it's been a while and now that you've come further in the brewing process, so to speak. Yeah. It'd be cool to go back to the same location and be like, oh wow. Yeah, I did this.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. We are going to get into trivia. I think we may even have a slide for that. But again, if you're not made a trivia team yet or haven't made a name yet, go to kahoot.it, put in the game pen code, and let's play some trivia.
All right.
It's such a baller slide, Phil. You should just make slides for a living. I don't know if that's a job.
I really should.
I know. Again, if you're just joining us, you can join us here on Kahoot with the game pen at the top. Go to kahoot.it. But tonight during trivia and with our guest here, Chris, we are going to be drinking the Beenut Butter Brown from Nansemond Brewing Station. Super excited. So we're going to drink this beer throughout trivia so that we can talk about it after trivia. So come play along, I dare you. I see Brogert Brother has joined instead of Brogert Brews. Ugh,
Team Chrissy Poo. All right, now we're talking.
so fucking good. There it is, Phil. You could have had the shirt.
I know. Oh,
the keg washer, oh dear.
The keg washer. All right, Hero Cat 66. Let's get into it, Phil.
Let's get this thing started. You can jump in at any time. So
correct. And don't forget about Kahoot. It's not about just getting it right. It's about getting it right fast.
Bees nuts.
Bees nuts. God, I hate that.
That's a good one.
All right. So here's the first question. Suffolk, Virginia is the birthplace of what famous peanut brand? Whitley's, Hub's Peanuts, Virginia Peanuts, or Planters? All right, there's a couple of people that are familiar with the area. So yeah, it is Planters. So if you're familiar with Mr. Peanut, born and raised right there in Suffolk.
Yeah, I like to add the guy's name, Mr. Obici was an Italian immigrant, and we made an Italian pills named after him. And I'd like to get that one back in the tank, actually.
Yeah, because that's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that beer because that's the hospital that's out there after him as well, right?
Yep. Everyone calls it Obici, but
it's Obici.
It's Obici. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you like peanuts, the fun part is every single one of those other peanut brands is also here in Virginia in some capacity. We do a few things well, and peanuts are one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys really gambled on peanuts.
Yeah, we went deep. No, we went hard. No, we.
Nope.
There's so many these nuts jokes, and I hate it. All right, who's the two people that got it right? Chrissy Poo? How did Brogert get that? I know where you live. You're not anywhere near me.
That's just because Gabriel, that's the only company he probably knew. Because we're not from Peanut Land.
That's fair. Yeah, well, you're missing out. I live in Peanut Land, and it's fucking amazing. Peanuts for days, Bill.
You're allergic to peanuts. You got to get out of Virginia.
That is the real problem. I am deathly allergic, but damn it, I can't stop. No. All right. Well done, Chrissy Poo. Let's see what the next question is, because I don't remember. All right. Which brewery is affiliated with Nansemond Brewing Station? Is it Momac Brewing, Benchtop Brewing, Smart Mouth Brewing, or Back Bay Brewing?
If you were here earlier, you'll know the answer.
True story.
Ooh.
True story.
Okay.
It is Momac Brewing. We did talk about this earlier. It is a crossover venture. I mean, like you said, you've been involved in both for a long time, and since day one for
both. Yeah, day one for Momac and Nansemond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how do you have a certain style, or does each brewery kind of have its own style? So, like when you think of like what beer you're going to do next, are you like Momac? That's a
Yeah,
how does that
I
work?
definitely don't like to have two of the same style on at the same time for sure. Unless it's like a hazy IPA, which we can obviously we'll use a different variety of hops for Nansemond as we do for Momac. But honestly, what drives some of my creativity in the recipe process is what yeast do I have available to me that if I don't use it now, I'm gonna have to buy a fresh pitch. And so I kind of love the days when I get like a Belgian ale strain and I'm like, well, I can't just dump this. I gotta
use it.
I gotta go to Nansemond and brew another Belgian with it. So
I dig that.
That's my inspiration a lot of times.
So you brew like I cook on a Saturday before I go to the grocery store on Sunday. What the fuck is left in here? Right. All right, here's what we're making.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I dig that.
But it's a lot of fun though. Yeah.
So Beenut Butter Brown is a 7.2% beer, according to the label.
What's that?
7.2%, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in that spot.
Chrissy Poo cleaning house. Gets one more question right, they're gonna have a little fire symbol. That's when you know you're doing well. Oh, and it's a 50-50. True or false? Nansemond Brewing Station occupies a historic building that dates back to 1815. That is false. Ooh. That's the wrong year.
Oh. Yeah.
What is it? 1817? Like, how close are we?
I think we're off by a century.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It was 1917 or 1915. I mean, excuse me. Which is when a lot of the historic portion of that area of Suffolk was first coming around, incorporated, and actually started to become a city. But 1815 felt like it fit because I've been setting up this historic Suffolk,
But and another note on that, it was originally a Model T Ford showroom.
Mm-hmm. So. I did read that, which I was like, how did one Model T Ford fit in here? Like they were huge.
Was it Model T, babies, and a jug of beer by chance? Glad Daniel got that one.
God, that'd be way cooler. I hate this game. Now I love, so I did read a lot about the building, and I love the history on most of these buildings that like, anytime a brewery steps into a building that's part of a community and has been for a long time, it's always been like 9 different things before it became this space. which is usually evident either in the layout, the type of construction, how much of it you actually rehabbed versus left normal, and your actual tap room in Nansemond is gorgeous.
Thank you.
I mean, the original high, like 20-foot ceilings, the bar is set up perfectly in just the right shape to be in that space. It feels like an old building without feeling like a weird commercial brewery, if I can say that.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Really pretty space.
Yeah.
Wait. No one
got it right.
Oh, no one's going to be on fire then. Congratulations.
We lost the fire.
Yeah, we lost the fire.
We didn't start the fire.
Welcome to my first marriage. We lost the fire. Okay. All right. Suffolk is the largest city by landmass in Virginia. How many square miles is Suffolk?
Oh, you're into the number tonight.
That's why I like the Kermit meme. Thank you for putting that up, because that's exactly how I felt about reading this. Yeah, so it is 430 square miles. It is the largest city by landmass in the state of Virginia.
Mostly swamp, though. So.
Correct. Yeah, the Great Dismal Swamp takes up a good portion of the Suffolk area. But to put it in perspective, the city of Los Angeles is 465 square miles. Wow. So Suffolk is mainly swamp, a couple of little train stops, a delicious brewery, and some peanut factories. Yeah, and it's the largest.
Yeah, there you go.
So this comment's only for Gabriel, but basically, Gabriel, it's the Ipswich of Massachusetts.
Oh, no, I know Ipswich. Fuck around and find out.
The largest, but mostly swamp.
All my favorite emo bands are from there. Or at least they claim to be. Yeah, Suffolk's a weird, like crazy portion of this state because it is massive and you're in it forever when you're driving around and you don't feel like you've been anywhere because there's a huge swamp, there's little small towns, there's a lot of farm country.
Oh yeah.
A lot of peanuts.
A lot of peanuts.
There's no way Chrissy Poo doesn't win this. Okay, Nansemond Brewing Station has 12 beers on draft, is what it should have said. True or false?
Oh, this one was also answered earlier.
Correct. That's what I love about it. You got to be paying attention, man.
Yeah. Right. See if anyone's listening.
Yeah.
2 people were not listening.
Yeah. Well, one of them was Gabriel. Guaranteed.
He got here late.
Yeah. Well, he's also deaf, so that's not on him. I don't think he is, but yeah, so true. I was actually surprised by this because, again, it is a little bit of a smaller space when you're in there. Mm-hmm. And when you see the brewing set up in the background, if you don't know about brewing, it looks like it's not a lot of space to be brewing 12 beers or have 12 beers on draft. Because I've been to bigger establishments that have 5 beers on draft and then have a bunch of guest kegs.
Yeah.
So I was actually impressed. Like, there's 12 damn beers on this draft list. And they're all available at the same time.
Yep.
Which is crazy because if you have that kind of tank space, are you borrowing? Don't lie to me. Are you borrowing space from Momac and traveling?
No, honestly, we can't actually do that. But
makes sense.
Most of the fermenters are they're all uni tanks. So. Okay. And because we don't filter a lot at all at Nansemond, we'll ferment it and carbonate it and fine it in the same tank.
Yep.
And we'll just eventually keg it all off and then brew right back into it with something else. But we have a pretty large walk-in cooler and a lot of kegs, so we can store quite a lot.
The walk-in cooler was impressive because, again, I did open that door as well. Nobody stopped me, and I just walk around and find out.
Yeah. You took a nap in there,
I was just looking for the bathroom, but I took a left instead of a right, and that's fine.
Yeah. Peed in the corner and left.
No, I never pee in a cooler. It's not a kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great team name. Ferment and find out. Sorry.
that
obviously
true words.
Chrissy Poo cleaned house, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, gotta be.
Good job, Chrissy Poo.
Well, you have a very specific fan base, and they obviously understand what you do there. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Thank God.
Thank God. So I assume Chrissy Poo is your wife, right? She's in the other room.
I don't know if it's my wife or a group of friends. I'm not sure who
could go either way. Yeah. Yeah. We've all been to Utah. I get it. Oh, no, wait.
All right, let's get into this.
I know I'm going to. I want to thank everybody for playing trivia, though. Thanks for creating a team name. That's always a blast when we have more people in there than less people. So thank you for playing and joining along with us. We really appreciate it. I do want to talk about this beer, and I know Phil's excited to talk about it as well. Again, tonight, just in case you're just joining us, we're talking about Beenut Butter Brown Ale from Nansemond Brewing Station, made with Hubs. It's one of my favorite peanut brands, for the record. But yeah, let's talk about this beer because you guys have had this beer. I mean, it's not a new beer, obviously.
No.
I would say it's probably one of your original brews there.
It is, yeah. So when I took over the brewing operations there, I was told, I had to make a peanut beer.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
You sure?
I already made a peanut beer at Momac. And there's also, everyone knows Sweet Baby Jesus and Choosy Mothers, and which are great beers. And then, of course, Momac's Brew 58, but they're all dark. They're all kind of heavy and rich. And that's what makes them great. So I had to really go in a different direction. And I really thought, this has got to be something you can drink more of, but still feel like, you're satisfied with the peanut character and the ABV. So I wanted to have a much lighter brown ale, almost like a nut brown ale, and incorporate that nice little bit of sweetness. So almost like you're, eating, honey roasted peanuts at the bar. And brewers will know, I don't know if there's any brewers listening, but we order a lot of malt from BSG, Brewer Supply Group. And on a pallet of malt, when it shows up, it's like Christmas every time you find one of those nut rolls, those salted nut rolls in the bottom of the pallet. And they're so good, and they're a real nice treat. And that is kind of what I was thinking of when I, designed this beer, just kind of snacking on one of those freebie nut rolls from BSG. So, but I wanted to incorporate honey, and as long as we use local honey, as long as we can get some, and of course we use peanut butter powder. I can't say it's Hubs or not.
I know
they don't produce a powdered peanut product, which is really what you need to make this beer. So we basically just dump pounds and pounds of that peanut butter powder in the top of the fermenter and let it circulate for several hours so it hydrates and imparts that nutty, creamy character to it. And of course, the honey adds that little bit of body and sweetness to it. So it's a fun beer to make, and I'm glad people have really
fermenting. If you're fermenting with a powder like that and you're adding honey to it, you said your beers in Nansemond are unfiltered.
Yeah, they're unfiltered. Yeah.
So I feel like it's got good clarity on it to like be a peanut butter, like especially with the powder and the fermenter like that. Like it comes out of there that clean. Like you're not doing anything. You're taking it straight out. And
I'm not doing any. My daughter's spying on me.
That's fine. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. So no, I don't do any filtration. I don't even find this beer.
Really?
After the circulation, it is quite opaque looking after that, but it does settle out pretty nicely after a few days. And the fun part is cleaning the tank at the end, because you literally have all yeast and peanut butter sludge at the bottom, and it is a pain in the ass to clean. But
sounds like one of my favorite sandwiches, though.
Yeah, I mean,
peanut butter sludge.
It looks real gnarly. Yeah, it tends to clear up pretty well on its own. So
yeah. So my question is, so you're making the recipe for this beer, you have all these intentions for it. Were you shooting for a 7% beer? Because it drinks light. It is a lighter color. It's very rich, but at the same time, it's still a 7.2er.
Yeah, I think I was trying to hit between 6.5 and 7 originally.
Okay. Yeah,
and I think I wasn't sure how the beer would attenuate. So it's after a few batches, it really hovered around that 7.2. So
it is what it is.
That's what we got.
Yeah, I can live with it because I think it doesn't. I think you hit the nail on the head when you spoke about it earlier. Of it, the flavors are complex. They're super rich, even though it still drinks like it's a lighter beer.
Yeah,
with a higher ABV, which is super weird for me. Because usually I can cherry pick one or the other. If I'm drinking a beer and I haven't looked at what anything about it is, I'm like, this is a high ABV, or this is going to be a heavy beer, or this is going to be this. And I really struggled with that with this one the first time I had it because I was like, I don't know, it's really rich. It's probably 12%, but it's light and it looks like I don't fucking know anymore.
Yeah, it's a creeper. But all of it just kind of comes together and it ferments cleanly out, and we've been really happy with it for 4 years now.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say, I felt like it was one of your originals because it's made the rounds around here for a while now. I feel like. Yeah. Which is a good thing. Put one of your good foots forward, so to speak. Yeah. Like,
and I also literally today I was able to fill up a bourbon barrel with the Beenut.
Oh, no shit.
I got a freshly dumped barrel from Tarnished Truth down in the Cavalier Hotel.
Yeah.
I picked it up yesterday and was able to fill it today. So keep an eye out for a bourbon barrel aged version of this beer.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And now with the beer that's 7.2 already and like a peanut butter and like a honey base like this, how long you can let that sit in a barrel? Is there really a rhyme or reason to that, or you just fucking try it every now and again?
I mean, these were so fresh. I wouldn't be surprised if we could get it out in a month or two.
Yeah. Okay.
And even maybe refill it and let that one sit for maybe 6 months. So these were still wet. I mean, I looked inside; there was still a little bit of bourbon floating around at the bottom there. So
yeah, so you can turn and burn those basically. Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. They hooked us up with Tarnished Truth. Yeah.
That's killer. Yeah, and Tarnished Truth is fantastic to begin with, much less I'm sure the barrel is the same.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna review this beer, but we're gonna kick you out before we do that. I never do that with somebody who's brewed the beer because that's rude as shit. You have my email. You can still be mad at me, but I do want to give you a second though. Like, is there anything coming up at the brewery? Is there anything going on at Momac, Nansemond? Something to care about? Big events? Like, what's up?
Yeah. So, apart from the regular food truck and live music, Nansemond has the first Sunday of every month, the Tidewater Bluegrass Association just kind of shows up and they have basically a jam session. So you're welcome and it's free. You can come check it out. And if you have a fiddle or a stand-up bass, you can join in with them. It's all are welcome. So it's a lot of fun. And also, I don't know if it's a regular Sunday thing. It's like one Sunday a month we have improv comedy. So it starts at 5:00 on Sunday. You'll have to check our Instagram and Facebook for it, but it's free. And it's a good way to nut around at the Nansemond. So
100% nutting around at the Nans is literally a lifestyle for me.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, Chris, man, I appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, we were at the brewery for the anniversary and we got a chance to talk to a couple of folks. And when I reached out to you guys, y'all were super on it and really good about it and really nice about it and really excited about it.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
that means a lot because we've had a lot of people on the show and a lot of people turn the show down and a lot of people say they're going to be on the show and don't show up. And to get the kind of response back from y'all and to be so persistent about it, speaks volumes about your brand, which is fantastic.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Beenut. And
yeah, absolutely, man. And I'll
see you all again.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a message. We'll come see you.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
All right. Cheers, Chris. Thanks, man.
Cheers, Chris. Thanks, brother.
All right.
God, I
Get
love
on this beer. No.
Now I love this beer. Fuck you. So we're going to review the beer. Again, we do use Untapped. I know everybody hates it. But we're using Beenut Butter Brown tonight from Nansemond Brewing Station out of Suffolk, Virginia. Do we have a clip that says we're going to review the beer? Because I feel like we never get to roll that clip, and I love it.
We don't roll it often. I think maybe it's because it's a loud one. Let's find out.
Yeah, it's super. Yeah, it's a super loud clip. That's what
we're 50 minutes in. We figured let's just wake anyone's kids.
You know what? Fuck it. Your kids are sleeping. Roll it. So yeah, this is the portion of the show where we're going to review the beer. Again, we're doing Beenut Butter Brown from Nansemond Brewing Station. I want Phil to talk about this beer first because I love this. It's no surprise to everyone that I love this beer. It's within the world I live in, and correct, it has an amazing color, no doubt. But Phil, I want to know what you think about it. I want to know where you fall on this beer.
So the second I smelled it, I knew I was going to like it.
Damn it! I was hoping you were going to hate it.
I don't know why you would think I was going to hate this beer.
Oh, I didn't really think that. I just wanted to worry, Chris.
You were worrying me. I was like, why am I gonna hate it? It's like, this is like my style. I'm really.
I know. I knew you were going to love it. As soon as we had it, I was like, ship this to Phil now.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So I always fall for the peanut butter beers.
Okay.
You see a peanut butter beer, and I'm always like, oh, I bet you that's good.
Yeah.
And I tend to have them, and they're never satisfying. Like, they're normally like either way too dark or like they don't quite have that like.
Yep.
They're like, it's almost like a fake peanut butter. There's something about it that, to me, I'll get one every time I see a new one, and I feel like I always just kind of go, oh, that was not right.
Fair. Yeah.
What I think I really like about this one, I think it nails the peanut butter aspect really, really well.
Sure.
And I think adding that honey gives it more of that like sweetness that you might lose otherwise, which gives it even more of a peanut butter kind of flavor. And then the fact that it isn't this like peanut butter stout, peanut butter, it's like, to have it be a brown ale, I think the brown ale complements a peanut butter flavor so much better than the stouts do. So yeah, you nailed this one. You knew I was going to like it, and I can't complain about this one at all. I think it just nails it, and I'm going to go. You know what? Because we compare to other peanut butter styles,
correct.
I'm going to give this one a 4.75 out of 5.
Out of 5. Okay, no doubt. Yeah.
I do think this one is, I can't imagine a better one.
Correct.
I like to leave a little room.
Yeah, well, you haven't had them all. You can't. Yeah. Understood. We didn't make the beer, so we can't say 5.
So this is the highest that I could possibly give this beer. Correct.
And if you're unfamiliar with Untapped, it's 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 1 being the worst beer you've ever had. So 4.75 is fantastic. And I did, honestly, when I first had this beer, the first time I had it, and I've had it before, I had it in the tap room as well recently. I was like, I bet Phil dig this shit.
Yeah.
But then me and Tiffany joked about it, and we're like, let's send it to him and tell him he's gonna hate it.
I kind of assumed you were joking, but
yeah.
I thought they knew me.
I thought you assholes knew me. And good news, we did. I really enjoyed this beer for a litany of reasons. I think it, like you said, I think it checks all the boxes of what I want out of a peanut butter. To hear it has honey in it, peanut butter, brown ale. It checks all of those boxes equally somehow. Yeah. Which is super weird for a beer. Because if you're a peanut butter brown ale with honey, with this and 7%, usually something misses. Yeah. There's a portion of it that you don't get. When you read the ingredients of this beer and you read the label, you get every portion of that when you drink it.
Yeah, but you know that I'm big on that.
Yep. I'm also a huge fan of that.
This is exactly what I expected it to taste like.
Correct.
And I was still pleasantly surprised. And then I also, the 7.2% I'm really happy with, because while it's not a heavy beer, the flavors are so bold and strong that I wouldn't want more than one. So the fact that it's that 7.2 is like perfect.
It is money.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that they put it on cask ale.
Oh, and then the bourbon one.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight Chris.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find him. I know what his living room looks like now. No, but honestly, I really enjoy this beer. It's one of my favorite beers from them, and we've had several beers from them. This is one of my favorites. I love brown ales to begin with, and you throw peanut butter in it and a little bit of honey and keep a high ABV on it, technically. Because usually when you get a brown ale or something similar like that, it's a 5 to 6.5%. So to have a 7+% and it be this easily drinkable is ridiculous. So I think it's a great beer. I'm right on board with you. I honestly think it's a 4.75 as well. I've had some pretty good brown ales and peanut butter style ales and things that live in this world but don't amount to this one. So really well done. Yeah,
that makes some of the top of our show.
100%.
Like 70 episodes in, this is at the top. We don't give 4.75s too often.
Mm-mm. Not if you're not taking your clothes off.
No, still got that Speedo on.
You and me both, brother. I'm not wearing a Speedo. I'm not wearing anything from the waist below, but it's
actually just a crop top. You only have shirts that go up to here.
They only go to here. Actually, I only have shirts with Tiffany and I's Bitmojis on them, but you can't see them if I sit here. But if I perk up, there she is yelling at me, telling me, what am I going to do with my life today?
It's basically every day for you.
Checks out. It's a lifestyle, man. Are we going to do a show next week? It's not Thanksgiving next week.
No, it's not. We could pop another show on if we wanted to.
Okay, let's do a show. We're going to do a show next week.
All right. We don't know what we're drinking yet, but we'll
we're going to have somebody on. I got you. Yeah, I got your back.
We'll announce it.
I'll find somebody.
Well, thank you to everyone who came on the show tonight. We had a big audience tonight, which was fantastic, and Chris was great. I can tell he has got a lot of fans, which makes sense when you make beer like this. So it was good. We had a lot of people in here tonight, which was a lot of fun. Hopefully those will come back.
They will, yeah, because I know who they are. I found their IP addresses already, because that's a thing on the internet. Now, I always love you can really gauge who somebody is, either as a person, a business professional, a beer person, XYZ, that if they go, hey, I'm going to be somewhere, and people show up.
Yeah.
Like, you're automatically probably a decent person, probably a nice guy, probably active in your community, probably like.
This is why every time we have Kevin on, no one shows.
It's the fucking worst, because they're like, Kevin's never talked to me. And I'm like, me either. I have to have him on the show before he'll talk to me. And I text him every day. No, but we love everybody for stopping by. We really appreciate it. So make sure you follow along with us on our social medias. You can find out where Phil is drinking in Miami, where we're drinking here in Virginia. You can, keep up with us in any capacity. Go to our website. You can see all of our old past episodes where we were really bad at the show and now we're really good at it. And then I know, roll your eyes. I get it. But again, go to Veer Magazine. We'll post a link several times throughout the next week. They are doing their Golden Tap Awards. We would love to win another award with De La Firme from Tradition. We would love to win and put it in your fooder medal as well. So we're in this beer competition several times.
And here's the thing. If we win, we'll do another giveaway trivia show. How about that?
I do like the giveaway trivia shows. Yeah.
We'll do a trivia show where there's an actual prize.
Let's do it before 2025, though, so we can give away our tax bill.
All right, perfect.
Yep. See you later. Every Thursday we feel like it.
Oh,
Bro show.
bees nuts.
Bees nuts.
Bro show.
Nothing's better than the bees nuts bro show.
It really lined up nicely.
Yeah, it did. It really came together at the end. See what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bees nuts joke.